Okay, we're testing Black Frame Insertion. Currently, we're set to 2516 1440 with 120 Hz, 444 chroma. Normal 8-bit, no HDR, but it's able to do HDR. And the camera is set to ISO 800, 2 aperture, and currently a shutter speed of 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 125, 160, 200. Okay, so with a shutter speed of 200, a black bar appears, but it's not very wide, so let's continue. 250, 320, 400, 500, 640, 800, 1000. $1,300, $1,600, $2,000, $2,500, $3,200, $4,000, $5,000, $6,400, $8,000, $10,000, $13,000, $16,000, and that's the max my camera will go. Okay, let's go back. 640, 500, 400, 320, 250, 200, 160, 125, 100, 80, 60. So when the display is set to 120 Hz, it certainly isn't doing BFI at 60 Hz, but probably at 120 or actually 240, because this is a shutter speed of 250. But I don't know the math to really calculate this, but, well, here's the data at least. While shooting at 250, if I go into the menu and disable BFI, Black Frame Insertion, or true motion as they call it, if I go to medium, oh, the bar's still there. Low, it's almost gone. And off, there's no bar, and even if I up the shutter speed, oh, okay, there's still a tiny bar there. Interesting. But even at 10,000, it's very tiny, so there's basically no flicker. Okay, let's set it back to 250. BFI low, medium, high. And well, there's auto, but not sure what that does. Interesting. This is at 1000 shutter speed on auto, high, medium, low, off. Okay. So auto does something else than the other settings, because now it almost disappears while we're at 1000 shutter speed. Oh, that's my screensaver. Let's see what happens when we play a game. Okay, so this is Doom Eternal running at 2560 by 1440 with 120 Hz, HDR, and well, OLED Motion Pro is set to high currently, and the camera is set to a shutter speed of 1000. Now, in real life, I don't really see any flickering. Image looks good, it's nice and vibrant, and even with it set on high, it's not really darkened that much, or not that I can tell at least. So let's go to medium. Okay, image becomes brighter. Low, maybe slightly brighter, not sure. Okay, this is off. Yeah, image smudging, I guess, is definitely better with OLED Motion Pro turned on to high. But, yeah, okay. Let's see what auto does again. Okay, auto is definitely dimmer. Okay.
Sentinel energy levels rising, re-establishing power to core and supplementary systems.
Let's go back to high, medium, low, off. Okay, so it definitely makes a difference in brightness, that's for sure. Camera still set to 1000 shutter speed. Low, medium, high, auto. Now, let me set the camera to a more realistic shutter speed for the human eye. So let's say 60. Okay. Now this is being recorded in 4K 30, so you're not going to notice the 60. But as you can see from the image, when set to auto, there's basically no scan lines or any flickering or stuff like that, and I don't see any flickering in real life. About 100 hertz or the screen is at 120 hertz, but the frame rate is hovering around 80 to 120. It's nice and smooth. And if we go back to high, high is brighter than auto. Okay, let me reposition that camera real quick. There we go. That's the old suit. Looks great. So compared to off, if I move quickly like this and then set it to, details are definitely more preserved. And on high, it's also definitely better. Let's see what auto does. Yeah, okay, wow, okay. So auto definitely preserves the best details, and we're still at 60 shutter speed, but it's a lot dimmer. Now I might be able to compensate that with OLED backlight and disabling the eco mode and stuff like that, but I don't know about that. But whatever the case, if you're running at 120 hertz, the BFI doesn't seem to be so much a problem, causing irritating flickering screen effects like it does when you're running 60 hertz. Nice. Interesting. On the desktop, running high versus auto, auto actually seems brighter than high is. Well, it was definitely reversed in the game. Now, let's set it to high and change our resolution to 4K 60. Yeah, well, you can see the giant black bars on the screen. In real life, this is flickering like mad. And auto is perfectly stable. So I'm not really sure what auto does. But at least the medium doesn't visibly flicker, low doesn't either, and off, well, then it shouldn't flicker at all. And I've had it on low for since I've had it, and that's been fine for me. And moving resolution has been good. I don't really see that big of a difference on the desktop. Except using high, then there is definitely a big difference in image clarity when moving. I can easily read the text of this moving window while I can't on any of the other modes. And even on auto, it's still not visible, but I think that's due to the pixel response the OLED panel is set to, while if it's at 120 Hz, let's try that. Yes. Yeah, this is much easier readable because I think they actually address the pixels more often. Wow, okay, high is very nice. Let's see. Medium, a little bit more smudging. Yeah, more. Yeah, so comparison this versus high, the text is definitely more readable on high, and on auto, yeah, auto is pretty good too. Damn, okay. So these were just some quick tests. I don't really have any conclusive results yet. BFI seems to scale with the frequency it's set to. So BFI using 120 Hz is definitely a lot more usable than on 60 Hz. And this auto mode is quite interesting because it seems to do something different than low, medium, or high. Well, I'm going to leave you guys with that. More videos to come in the coming days because I'm kind of on the OLED train right now. And yeah, as I mentioned before, questions and comments are always welcome. And I'll try and get to all people's suggestions like custom resolutions and stuff like that. And thanks for watching.